Good Saturday morning to you. I'm Eastern PA Weather Authority meteorologist Bobby Marchich, and this is your outlook for the weekend, February 14th and 15th, 2015. And we have a winter storm that will affect us today. This is going to be a fast-moving clipper system. It's going to be diving in from southeastern Canada. We'll move across our coverage area down in a path kind of like this, and then head off to the northeast and eventually get stuck up here in the Gulf of Maine. It's not going to be digging far enough down here for us to get a major storm, which would have to be something like this. Okay, so it's not doing that, but we are going to get some decent amount of snow here, especially since it's going to be a very high ratio snowfall. Go over to a different image here. We're going to keep going here a little bit further here, just show you as this storm moves to the southeast here, it's going to head over eastern PA, northern New Jersey, going to give some enhanced snowfall rates with some heavier bands come through, and then eventually we could get into an inverted trough as this system tries to pull away here. I go to the next, and the GFS really isn't showing it here, but there are some models indicating that along this, as you can see, this inverted trough that's kind of setting up right like this here on the GFS. It's too far to the north on the GFS model, but I know the European model has it further south, kind of like this. Inverted trough sitting here like this, and the Canadian is doing something similar to that as well. So it's going to be hard. It's always hard to determine where that inverted trough sets up, but that could actually enhance some snowfall as we get later in the overnight hours here. So most of this action is out of here by this evening, and then you have that inverted trough that will provide some more snow showers running through here, especially across northeastern PA, northern New Jersey, maybe even eastern portions of east central PA. In the overnight, they'll give you some additional snow showers and some additional minor accumulations. Here is the NAM, and this is looking at 10 o'clock this morning. This is actually pretty close to what current radar is right now. I actually did the video early on Saturday morning. Usually do it the night before. We had some theme changes we're going through on the website. We're going to be changing the theme to a more modern look, so we had some issues with that last night. But some light snow, very spotty, breaking out right now. Most of the activity is out here towards central PA. Look what the NAM does, though. If you remember from the other day, we had a band that came through here, just hit eastern PA and just exploded. And really intensified. And that's what the NAM is actually showing here as you get a little bit further here. Here's 11 o'clock in the morning, out of nowhere, just pops up and just blows up right over about noon across eastern PA, and you get that heavy band that moves through here noon, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, and then it moves into New Jersey eventually. And then the main show with the squall lines and accompanied by very high winds behind it are going to come in here later in the afternoon, evening. Here is 4 o'clock in the afternoon on the NAM high res, and that moves over to eastern PA about 6, 7 o'clock. Some very heavy snow with 1 to 2 inch an hour per rates, and I don't know why it's showing up broken here. Most of the models are showing this as a convective line moving through here, so this will be a pretty wicked line of heavy snow moving through here, and then it moves off to New Jersey, and this is during the evening hours, probably like 6 to 9 p.m. here. We're looking at maybe 10 here. This is actually showing 10 p.m. on the coastal areas here, but probably a 6 to 9 p.m. deal, and you're done with that. And it looks like we're all over here, but then that inverted trough, here's that inverted trough dropping in right here. This is in the overnight hours. This is look at 2 o'clock in the morning, and you see that drops down into east central PA, central New Jersey. So it's mainly northeast PA, north New Jersey, east central PA, well, at least eastern portions of east central PA by the Lehigh Valley over to central Jersey, and then that drops down into South Jersey and then pulls away. So that's your areas that could get us additional snow from this inverted trough. This could give you another inch or so. Not a big deal. This is not a blast of snow here, but this is the inverted trough here showing in the middle of the night between 2 and about 5 a.m. So, once you're done this evening, you'll have that opportunity again for that inverted trough overnight. Let's go back to the globals now. I'm going to go a little bit further here because we get another thing to look at here is the look at the winds. They're going to be very, very wicked. This is early Sunday morning. Look how tight these isobars are. I can't even draw these because they're so tight. They're so tight and so on top of each other, and that indicates some very, very strong winds. Now, you have a 976 millibar system sitting up here in the Gulf of Maine. Strong high pressure trying to come in from the west. Pressure gradient between the two is creating some very high winds. So you're going to have some winds that are coming in out of the northwest, and they're going to be sustained 20 to 30, maybe 35 miles per hour with gusts over 50, maybe even reaching 60 as you get closer to northern New Jersey and the coastal areas. So some very high winds here. So this will just be Mainly, the highest winds are going to be earlier in the day on Sunday, but you're still going to have some very windy conditions here late in the afternoon as well. We're talking about gusts to 45 even at 8 o'clock at night. So we're going to be have a very windy day. It's not a very good day to go outside. Temperatures are not going to be cooperating either. You're going to be stuck in the single digits in many locations. In some spots, you might get in the lower teens. But yeah, it's going to be one of those days to stay inside for sure. Very cold day, dangerous wind chills, 20, 25 degrees below zero in some spots. And those wind chills are going to be still dangerous here as we get into Monday morning. Still going to be breezy, but I think that Monday slacks down quite a bit with high pressure moving in here. You can see that now moving in here from the west. You see down here in the southwest here, you see some coloring coming in here on the map here. Some blues, orange and pinks. That is our next system. That's going to be affecting us on Tuesday. Now, there's been some disagreement, and there still is this morning, the disagreement among the models of what this exactly does. Here's what the GFS does, and it brings this up the coast and gives us a pretty good snowstorm. Okay, and you can see that here. Here it has a 987 millibar low sitting right off the coast here. Not even fully phased yet, though, because you have this system still kind of trailing and trying to phase into it, and which will eventually phase in. It's actually in the process of doing that now, and then once it gets up in here, it really, really bombs again. But the GFS does give us a pretty good snowfall here, and this as indicated here, would be a very high ratio snowfall again. So it means that instead of the normal 10 to 1 ratio, you're talking about better than 10 to 1, 15 to 1 or thereabout. So some pretty good ratios here with this, and some good snows as shown on the GFS. While the European model, I could tell you on this one, although it came closer, is further out to sea like this. Yesterday it was way out to sea, but now the European model came a little bit closer. Okay, but it's not this, so it's just grazing southern areas, and the Canadian came a little bit closer to coming northwest. So right now it's just the GFS. At this time, this video was made Saturday morning. That can certainly change over the weekend. We're expecting better sampling of the southern stream today and the northern stream tomorrow, so that will allow for these models to pick up on what's going to happen for Tuesday into Wednesday. This is Tuesday, basically a Tuesday night, early Wednesday deal is what we're looking at for this system. Okay. And that moves up into Maine, bombs out, and it's out of here. And then we have another shot at some snow as we get into the end of next week as well, into next weekend. But we'll get into that one as we get a little bit closer. Be sure to follow the Weather Alert Maps page for the final call, and any updates that we have throughout the day will be on the Facebook page or through over the weekend, as our next forecast update, next forecast video will come on Sunday night for the Monday forecast. I'm Eastern PA Weather Authority meteorologist Bobby Martrich, and that is your forecast for the weekend, February 14th and 15th, 2015. Have a great Saturday.